Have you ever wondered how the NDIS plays a role in funding cognitive assessments? You're not alone. The National Disability Insurance Scheme, or NDIS, is here to help participants achieve greater independence and improve their quality of life. But what about cognitive assessments for those facing mental challenges without a formal diagnosis? Typically, the NDIS doesn't fund diagnostic assessments. These fall under the health system's responsibility, like Medicare or private health insurers. However, exceptions do exist. The NDIS might fund assessments if they're essential for tailoring support plans and ensuring participants receive the right services. So, what exactly is a functional capacity assessment, or FCA? It's an evaluation conducted by qualified professionals to see how disabilities affect daily living activities. These assessments are crucial for NDIS to identify the necessary support and services needed for improving independence. When a psychologist identifies cognitive concerns during an FCA, they must recommend further diagnostic testing for conditions such as autism or ADHD. But will the NDIS cover these tests? The NDIS may fund cognitive assessments under specific circumstances. First, if a participant enrolled in the NDIS requires an assessment to refine their support plan, funding may be provided. It's particularly relevant if the assessment clarifies their functional capacity. For example, if someone struggles with daily tasks, a cognitive assessment could identify needed support services. Secondly, for children under 7, the NDIS uses the early childhood approach. This allows support access without a formal diagnosis. If cognitive delays appear early, assessments can secure vital interventions like therapies or assistive devices to assist their development. Lastly, if other funding sources like Medicare or private health insurance can't cover necessary cognitive assessments, the NDIS may step in. For participants needing neuropsychological assessments with no alternate support available, the NDIS could approve funding, especially if it connects to their functional needs. It's important to remember that each funding request is assessed individually. The NDIS looks at whether the assessment helps access the right supports, if it provides necessary functional capacity information, and if other funding options are unavailable. To request NDIS funding for a cognitive assessment, participants or their support coordinators should 1. Get a letter from a qualified professional explaining the assessment's necessity. 2. Show how the assessment links to NDIS goals, including determining support needs. 3. Submit the request during a plan review if funding isn't included. 4. Collaborate with a support coordinator for assistance in preparing documentation accurately. In conclusion, if a psychologist finds cognitive concerns during an FCA, further testing might be recommended. Although the NDIS generally does not cover diagnostic assessments, certain circumstances allow for funding. So, the NDIS may fund cognitive assessments when, they inform support needs and help shape the participant's plan. They are for kids under 7 through the early childhood approach. There are no other available funding sources. Requests are considered on a case-by-case basis, focusing on assessments that directly impact support accessibility. If you require a cognitive assessment or need help exploring NDIS funding options, our support coordination team is here to guide you. Don't hesitate to reach out.